you can see what we're working on now. Isn't that right, Martin?
Yes.
Oh, this isn't
right,
tilting. This is supposed to tilt. I had it. Oh my god, I put it on that radio station with theme songs. Really? Seriously, Martin?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. I didn't even watch. Well, I kind of watched a little bit of it. I have a cat in the way. You gonna do this for me? Like, I mean, I wouldn't mind just going to bed early tonight.
Alright, cats. You put the wings together.
You're warm. You're purring now. You're warm. All right, Martin, you do all the work.
Oh, I do all the work. I see.
We'll supervise.
Yeah, all right. Well, in our last broadcast, we were playing around with the LEDs and determined that we can't actually put all the LEDs in one single row because it'll put too much stress on the fiber optics. So we've made a few modifications and cut a bunch of new LED holders. LED holders?
Hey, you know, I have to actually get to work, right?
She does.
We've been ignoring you all day. Doing the other
stuff. He's such a happy cat. Such a well-adjusted cat. We adjust him regularly.
Adjust.
So now, with needing to mount multiple LEDs in single positions, we needed to add a little extension plate here to our wing plate. So we're going to make it out of ABS plastic, which is easy to cut and
disappears, as you see against the black shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Up here, disappear. Up here, disappear. Up here, disappear. Up here, disappear. We don't have kids, right? We got.
That's true.
Thank you. And the idea is to take a white styrene when everything's done and put it over top, kind of sealing it all in, and then I'm going to use more cellophane and put it over top of the white styrene. So to the eye and in photographs, hopefully it'll look just like the rest of the wing, and this block won't be visible. Clunk, the thicker heads.
That's got to be the strongest part of the wing.
That's right.
The wing's going to hang from it.
The cellophane has bumped the light around more than we thought it would, so we're just going to have to be happy because it's already sealed in. We may make another pair of wings at another point and go more bright because I can get them together at the middle point.
And then the LED.
Without them being too much of an angle.
And the LED will mount here, right? Like in line with them?
So I got to cut here?
Cut about halfway because the fibers are going to go halfway in, right? You want actually the clip wire cutters.
Trim it back a little bit at a time.
Mm-hmm. Ow. Okay, those are all over the place. Cats will find it. Don't worry. We'll have to vacuum or to do it a little.
Now I'm thinking we should have put something over top of them in like a sleeve or something first to keep them from going everywhere, but we didn't.
Can we get a bit of this heat shrink over top? We don't have to heat the heat shrink.
Okay.
They're awfully stiff when they're that short. Huh?
Go on. So I wish I had multi-camera view.
Shorter heat shrink because we're going to need room to get them all the way into the LED.
Because if I had a multi-camera view, I'd give you a nice close-up of this. But basically, I'm attempting to cluster the fiber optics together without snapping them, because if they snap, I'm in trouble. I didn't realize the TV theme radio station also includes Jeopardy.
Nope.
While we're doing this, that was. It's because of the Jeopardy theme. Blame the Jeopardy theme.
Yep.
We may change radio stations. It was fun while it was like action-packed movies and TV shows, and
I can skip to the next.
Now it's just like, no, just leave it alone.
Just leave it alone. We'll ignore it. It's ambient background music. Background noise. Okay.
Without breaking them. So this is the tough part. If you thought everything we've already done in here was tough, this is tough. You don't want to break them, and it would take so little to break them. And if you snap one, you're done. We have discovered that you can take a little bit of Scotch tape, and you can kind of piece them together and then heat shrink them and keep them together. However, it's not recommended. It creates a weak spot.
I think they need to be just a hair shorter.
I think they're fine.
You think they're fine? Okay.
I think they have to be fine.
Okay.
Let's put in the power and make sure that they are fine.
Now, this LED is currently not resisted because the resistors are going to go on the other end of the string when it's tied together. So what happened to that coin cell that we had?
This is like living in the home of a madman. Mad person. Mad us.
Mad us.
Mad us.
Yeah, it's like. Okay, you know,
Let's just grab a different one.
I'm gonna cheat. Well, maybe not only.
All we have to do is see some light come through. It may or may not show up on camera, but we just want to make sure that we didn't break a lead while fussing with it, because the last thing you want to do is break your fiber optics.
That would be bad.
That would be very bad. And we're still up. We'll be up for hours. Oh, I see light on the bottom one, but it's not as strong as the other two. That's fine.
Probably a bit short.
That's
yeah,
fine.
it's 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, so I don't want to move it. So
Right.
how are you going to get glue in there?
We'll get a little tilted up. We'll get a little dot of Gorilla Glue underneath it.
Something should never be attempted alone.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how long will Gorilla Glue take to
That's
dry?
true. You know what?
Well, put a dot of Gorilla Glue under.
Okay. We
Now, how long does Gorilla Glue normally take to dry?
A couple minutes. I'm going to use the leftover of this ABS to give ourselves a little palette.
Why don't we put a dab of hot glue to keep it there while the Gorilla Glue dries? How much snow have you received? Accepted into our hearts or on the ground?
Received.
I don't know how much now. It's melting now.
Well, yeah, it was about 20 centimeters, 25 centimeters. But yeah, it's all melting now because it's been raining.
Like BC's supposed to.
Since yesterday. Okay, switch that down.
Just watch my finger.
Mm-hmm.
That's a high tempo hot glue gun. But yeah, people are still getting into accidents and smacking into each other, not knowing what they're doing. Today, on the way out to pick up some supplies, I crossed an accident, and we were all being funneled into one side. And
you didn't even go
one
far.
vehicle, no, I didn't go far. One vehicle had coming the one way, head straight over the middle line, and the other vehicle smacked right on the corner. Then two cars behind them backed up. How is your backside? Healing. Much better now. Use of conventions or events or functions. This red stuff. Yeah, we gotta get more. If you can find this stuff, we order it.
Yeah.
It is really, really good.
Standard building supplies. Some building supply wholesalers and retailers will carry it. It's red backing, but it's actually clear tape.
I don't know if it's an age thing, but I do know it's an industry thing. Mm-hmm. If you ever hear someone say, "Pass me the snail snot," that's what they mean is double-sided tape.
Snail snot tape. Yep.
When you take off that protective layer, that's exactly what it looks like. Snot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hello, person who's joined just as I say snot. It's snot.
It's not tape. It is tape actually. It's not tape.
Snail snot. Now,
snail snot.
Are all our fingers crossed? Because if I pull my finger away from here and the darn thing goes shooting across the room. Hello.
Hi. Welcome to our broadcast. Oh, just lift your finger, or is your finger stuck?
Yes.
It's good.
Stay.
Hey, it's the original MacGyver theme.
Nice. What are you making? Fairy wings.
Ready?
Yep. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I see all three of them. One.
Oh, where's this one? I guess it's crossed over.
It's crossed over, yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Yeah, where did that one end up? Oh, yeah, because it goes this way and it becomes part
Hopefully
of
it's part of that cluster. Okay. You'll notice some of our knives, I guess he hasn't used one yet, some of our knives will have a little blue piece of tape on the bottom. That's because they're new. They must take forever. Well, on and off, the hardest thing about it is because we're both in film and television, we're doing this during the day and then we're trying to get caught up at night. So when you think about it, people think we're nuts and insane because what we do as cosplay, which is still weird to me. We started so long ago that the term is still strange to me.
Okay.
What we do as cosplay is not that far from what we do as employment, but we love doing it. So yeah, we get to use up all the scrap material from the shop, and Martin's not going to burn my finger. The dab of hot glue is more just for additional support, and so I don't have to sit here for 10 minutes and hold it. Just a minute will do. Very valid point. Double check things before you make them permanent. There have been times where we've just plowed through projects and
it's a little wide to go between the screws.
Ooh.
We can fix that.
You take a little nick out of it.
Okay, I will grab the Dremel so I can do that. And in
I love the
theory,
Dremel. It's one of my favorite tools of all time.
the Dremel rotary tool. Because, yeah, that hinge is going to mount there. We actually still have to drill holes for it and get that out of the way.
Oh, I
See, my concern is going to be with these sticking out that way.
Me too, yeah. It's like the
Yeah.
best tool in the world.
With the LEDs sticking out that
And
way.
it saws all.
We're going to be running in. But it's probably good for us to even do that with the LEDs anyway, so that it gives us a bit more flexibility and all the wires go that way and then loop back
Right,
around.
hand me a marker
Marker for the...
so I can make marks as to where the hinge will wind up.
we can't drill those holes because we need
No,
to
we're not going to drill them.
Okay,
It's just when we glue that down, we're going to be aware of the fact that there's a hinge there.
good idea.
Ah.
She's thinking. More so than me, apparently.
Oh. No, you mentioned the hinge thing.
That's true. Yeah?
You're thinking too.
Okay.
Now I have to give him a cookie.
Gluten-free.
Chocolate chip, I assume.
Oatmeal.
Why am I not surprised?
Mhm.
With or without raisins?
Yes. Raisins.
Yes! I gave him an option and he chose yes.
Make sure they're not those little
What
raisins with the
the
wings that fly away.
hell?
Yeah.
This is our life.
Great.
Oh, these internet
I
radios.
suddenly feel like chasing a bunch of half-naked women around the field at high speed. What?
You're not old enough. Now, it looks like a lot of fiber optics we wound up with here.
Okay, well, we're going to have to do 2 LEDs. We could. What do you think about this?
Comic relief. Yeah, him or me. Don't answer that. Don't.
Afro circus, Afro circus, polka dot,
Polka dot circus.
What if we, instead of breaking these into singles, we do a pair attached to each other, right next to each other?
Well, were we not going to put a piece of fabric as an additional support up top?
That's true, actually. We were going to do that.
So that we could make the back plate down the middle of the shoulder blades and then out to the side, giving me more support.
Yeah.
Kind of like the middle panel of a sports
Which
bra.
is kind of what this is the beginnings of. That's the bottom half of that back plate, and I've got a,
They can't
which
see
you
it.
can't see. You should have a big mirror here. And then we'll have another plate that comes
Probably
off of
won't
that.
be making any wings anytime soon. So worries about snapping the fiber out. But yes, so that's your mounts for the motors. And then that's up between the shoulder blades.
Why don't we make everything
then-
black?
So it disappears.
Oh, right, yes.
It's that or try to match flesh tone.
Yeah.
I have no intention of matching flesh tone with
No.
plastics.
No.
Well, that could be interesting.
Well, you can get that naturally,
So, yes.
which is kind of a yellowy color. Flip it. No, flip it.
We have our
We're going to have our mount plate is going to have to go over here somewhere. I may re-drill the holes
You're
just
gonna
to
have
get
to,
it in a better,
'cause- and
better
it,
spot.
I'd like it to not be bigger than like the outer edge
Yeah,
of
I'm gonna
that,
have to
because
trim
that's
that
more
down.
to hide.
And then, yeah, I guess that'll still allow us to put the hinge there, which is a little lower than we'd like, but it's not impossible. So we're thinking of putting the double block right where the hinge would be?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do we want to put a piece of fabric under the double block,
Fabric under the double block? Oh, like
just in case we need extra support?
a...
He's thinking. So what's going to happen is basically there will be a strap in here, so this will sit between my shoulder blades, so I can still move. Because if you just have a straight black plate, you can't do certain movements.
Mhm.
So it'll be a piece of fabric here, and then the strap up.
I think what we could probably do, instead of putting it under this plate, which might get in our way later, we could actually attach the fabric either on this face or underneath, like on the screws and across to there.
And all of that will be done before we put that styrene down,
Yep.
so it'll all disappear underneath. And the only thing that's a risk of showing will be the one plate.
Okay. So, yeah,
You know, when fiber optics get pretty short, there's not really much else you can do with them.
there's those neat little internal wiring bits in a lightsaber.
Well, there was. That's true.
Just saying.
Just, of course you are. Are we redesigning my saber again?
Four-will fit
Four-will
in
fit.
the LED block.
Oh, I thought that was a response
Forfeit?
to, are we redesigning my saber? And you go, forfeit. What? Forfeit what?
No, I'm not
Forfeit my
forfeiting
saber.
anything.
I'm not.
Okay,
no,
so
I'm not
four
forfeiting
fibers
my
will fit. We have to
saber.
put
Hang on.
LEDs on those first.
Hang on.
Okay,
Hang
hang
on.
on. Hang on.
make sure this will fit. Oh, that's ooh. I kind of wish we didn't have that little jump down in the middle.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like get them right up against each other.
Well, then we will do them as singles, and we will trim that little bit out. Do we need to shave them even tighter, or?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Then I will definitely get the Dremel.
Oh. Yeah, you want this way, right?
No. Ellie, the big hole?
This way.
Away. Big hole towards the small hole towards the fiber optics.
You sure?
Yes.
You positive?
Only fools are positive.
Oh! Oh, are you sure?
Positive.
Aha! Not really arts and crafts, I'd say. No, they're not arts. It's not arts and crafts. What that? This is actually how we make our living.
It is.
People should do what's in their hearts and follow their dreams, because that's how you can be happy with your employment. Mm-hmm. And when you become Walking Dead state, which we have many, many times, especially on productions when we're like working right into the night. That's right. Uh-huh. That's
Thank you.
right.
Thank you for the vote of confidence.
So, you don't feel the fatigue as much. And the thing is, too, the two of us got together, and when we both discovered that we like doing the same thing, it made it just so much better. So much better.